If you're dating an insecure man, the moment you become bigger and more successful than him, he will try to publicly humiliate you, to humble you.
Hey beautiful people, how you all doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How have you all been? Hope you guys are doing great. So this video is about Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber. People are dragging Justin Bieber out for congratulating his wife Hailey Bieber for her being in the Vogue cover. So what happened is that a lot of us, if we don't know, Hailey Bieber finally did the cover of Vogue, and this has strike conversation. But what got people more talking, and people are dragging Justin, that he even went to the extent of changing the post, was Justin coming on the internet to congratulate his wife by saying that at one point in time he told his wife that she will never be on the cover of Vogue, and now that he felt kind of disrespected at that time and felt like he has to get back on her, but now he realized that now they are grown, that what they really wanted was connection. And it went on to like, oh, finally you got it, I guess I was wrong, and all that type of post. And this has not sit well with a lot of people because this is a very cringy post. And you guys know how we've talked about how Justin doesn't like Hailey, and how people have always pointed out that she is a fan girl that got married to the superstar. So anyway, guys, this has got people talking, and I have so much to say about this. But yeah, okay, let's go check out people's response to Justin Bieber's post, and then we'll come back and talk. And let me know if you think the post is a PR stunt, because some people think this is a PR stunt to get more eyes on Hailey, while some people is like, no, he just wants to embarrass her. Anyway, let's go check it out, and then we'll come back and talk more.
Justin Bieber has now changed his caption on his congratulations post for Hailey's Vogue cover, and this is just too much. After basically saying that they got into a fight and he yelled at her and said that she would never be on the cover of Vogue, in a caption congratulating her for her cover of Vogue, then changing it after getting called out on the internet, like I literally cannot. This is what the original caption says, and it is crazy that he thought that he should tell this little anecdote and not expect for the internet to jump on and comment on it. But if you really think it's okay, I really hate the fact that he changed it. Like at this point, if you're going to come on the internet and say that about your wife, just stand by it and double down instead of deciding to change up the caption when people on the internet start to say like, oh, like maybe you shouldn't say that. I don't know. I just think it's odd behavior to make that post in the first place knowing that it's going to ruffle feathers, and then when it ruffles feathers, you decide to change it. And then randomly post a photo of pink stingrays saying, on a hard day like this, little creatures like this give me joy. Okay. I don't know. I've just found this whole situation extremely strange.
You know, it's actually kind of sad that Hailey spent all those years stalking Justin and copying Selena's every move, only for him to embarrass her every chance he gets. Like, your wife lands the cover of Vogue, like, wow, huge accomplishment, right? And instead of congratulating her like a normal person, he tells the story of how he told her that she would never make it. Like, was congrats, babe, I'm so proud of you not an option here? And I don't remember anybody asking for a background story either. And this situation just reminds me of all the times where Justin was caught on video leaving her behind or not holding doors open for her. And I'm just wondering, Hailey, are you not tired? Are you not tired of this? Like, he treats you like shit. And like, this is what Justin wrote, and it definitely should have been written and posted for millions of people to see. And the part where he says, yikes, I know so mean really gets me, because it's like, you're self-aware. You know what you did was wrong, so why would you post it? Like, you might as well have put at the end of the comment, P.S. I hate you. Like, come on. Now, I don't feel too bad for her because all that stalking and copying nonsense was crazy, but girl, you gotta stand up. You gotta stand up and leave. Now, this might be inappropriate for me to say, but Hailey, I think you need to take that baby and go. You got your own money. You don't need him, so I think you can leave him and find somebody else who will treat you with some respect.
You told your wife she would never be on the cover of Vogue when y'all got in an argument. And the thing is, we would have never known that or had an opinion of it until you decided to make it a caption to celebrate her on the cover of Vogue. I feel like every day people find new ways to tell the world, I hate who I'm married to. Because what was the reason for that? First of all, the fact that that was the insult you said to her at one point, rude, because you know that probably hit below the belt. But two, not only did you say to her in y'all's privacy, you not have let the world know that back in the day, I did say that to her. And look at me, now I'm wrong. She is finally on the cover. What happened to congratulations, babe? I'm so proud of you. I love you. Simple. But now I see it was updated to some emojis. Some thoughts can just stay in your head. Some thoughts can really just stay in your head. Please.
A lot of women are dating their biggest op. What do you mean? What do you mean? What? Why are you embarrassing her like this? This is her moment. Also, what do you mean sadly? The biggest way to tell if a man just wants a fan, a caretaker, really just to use you for his benefit, is what he does when you're winning. Women are magical, generous creatures who stand by their man through thick and thin, through all the embarrassment, literally doing everything for him so he wins, prioritizing his mental health, prioritizing his dreams. I swear to God, behind every successful man is a woman right there, pushing him to achieve whatever he dreams of. And he's able to do it because of her sparkle and magic and love. If a man tries to sabotage you or embarrass you or do or say anything passive aggressive when you're winning and you achieve your dreams, that's your op. That's not your partner, that's your op. That's your biggest hater. Or if he makes your win about him, this is her time to shine. This is not about you. Like, why are you embarrassing her like this? This is also just such a sensitive thing for her. This is also such a sensitive thing for women, and like, you cannot convince me that that man truly loves her. I'm sorry. A lot of the glue that holds these relationships together is the woman being the man's biggest fan, the therapist, like doing everything, and it's bullshit. I understand that good dick is a prison, but you guys need to leave your haters. You guys need to leave these men.
I have a theory about what Justin posted in his caption about Hailey's Vogue cover. Tell me if I'm being too dramatic or paranoid, but okay, the theory is that Justin used that caption as a way to get people talking about Hailey's Vogue cover more than we normally would. Like, right, like I'm sure if Hailey posted herself on the cover of Vogue, we would have all been like, oh, that's so great, like cute Hailey. Only the girls that love like Rhode lip gloss and like all the PR girls, like it'd be like kind of like paid. Everyone would be paid because they'd get like PR packages and then they'd be like, oh, Hailey's on Vogue, okay, that makes sense, she's like the it girl. But Justin posting this is, I mean, I wouldn't be posting this video if Justin hadn't posted that original caption, which he has now since changed. He changed it to emojis. He took away all the text. He was like, yo, Hailey and I got into a fight. Remember when we got into a fight and I said you never make it on the cover of Vogue? Well, I was wrong about that because now you're on the cover of Vogue, basically. And yeah, so I think this whole thing is not necessarily like a marketing ploy, but like I think it's definitely a way to generate buzz, which is basically a marketing ploy, generate buzz for Hailey and make it more popular to people who are in the Justin Bieber universe and maybe not so much in the Hailey Bieber world. Let me know your thoughts.
If you're dating an insecure man, the moment you become bigger and more successful than him, he will try to publicly humiliate you, to humble you, because you're threatening his masculine energy because you're bigger and more successful than him. So in order for him to feel better about himself because he's deeply insecure, he's going to try and humble you and make you feel lesser than. The moment you outgrow your man, especially if he is toxic and insecure, you will trigger his masculine instinct to compete with you because he has a chip on his shoulder. But because he's toxic and lacks the actual healthy masculine energy to build something himself, it's just easier for him to humble you, to keep you small, because his fragile ego will not ever accept that you are in fact better than him. On the other hand, healthy masculine men want a woman on their side who does well for herself. Healthy masculine men in fact want to support you. As healthy masculine men know, the success of the woman on their side is a direct reflection of their masculinity. If the woman on their side is happy, relaxed, beautiful, successful, glowing, and has lots of energy, it's a reflection of them as a man.
Hailey Bieber, sweetie, the call is coming from inside the house. You know what? At certain points, you might have even been the one making the call from inside the house on your own self. This caption told me everything. The caption reads, yo, this reminds me when Hailey and I got into a huge fight. I told Hales that she would never be on the cover of Vogue. Yikes, I know, so mean. For some reason, because I felt so disrespected, I thought I got to get even. I think as we mature, we realize that we're not helping anything by getting even. We're honestly just prolonging what we really want, which is intimacy and connection. So baby, you already know, but forgive me for saying you wouldn't get a Vogue cover because clearly I was sadly mistaken. He hates her. He hates her. I am married. Under no circumstances is my husband coming on the internet and telling the world how he told me I wouldn't be shit. By the way, he's never leaving her. To everybody that thinks, oh, they're gonna get divorced, he's never leaving her, and he's never gonna allow her to leave him. He's vowed to be her hell. with everything that's gone on, him learning how we believe he got him, and Selena moving on, yeah, he's vowed in his mind to be her hell. And I feel bad for that child. I'm telling y'all the truth. He's probably going to put a couple more kids in her to really make it difficult for her to think she's about to get up and leave. But he's not leaving her, and he's not letting her leave him, is the main point here. He's going to be her hell forever. Damn. It's definitely giving what I asked for, what I paid for versus what I got. And Hailey, girl, this is what you paid for. You wanted this man bad, and now you got it.
Y'all might be right about him not liking her very much. Because what is this? Yo, this reminds me of when Hailey and I got into a huge fight. I told Hells that she would never be on the cover of Vogue. So this was the full thing. Yikes, I know. So mean. For some reason, because I felt so disrespected, I thought I gotta get even. I think we mature. We realize that we're not helping anything by getting even. We're honestly just prolonging what we really want, which is intimacy and connection. So baby, you already know, but forgive me for saying you wouldn't get a Vogue cover, because clearly I was sadly mistaken. I don't know. I feel like congratulations. Great job, babe. Your cover turned out amazing. You look beautiful on the cover of Vogue. I'm so proud of you. I feel like any one of those would have helped. You've been working so hard for this. So like, I just feel like he could have taken this in so many other directions. Instead of the conversation being, oh, Hailey Bieber is on the cover of Vogue, it's Justin Bieber told wife Hailey Bieber she would never be on the cover of Vogue, and now she happens to be on the cover of Vogue. Even his statement, or whatever that was, is just so cold. He was like, yeah, I was mad. We got into an argument. I told her she'd never be on the cover of Vogue because I really wanted to hurt her because I felt disrespected. Yikes. And now look at you on the cover of Vogue. No congratulations. Nothing. That man don't like her. That man does not. He does not like her. 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 I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know, Hailey, your daddy arranged this for you, but get out of there, girl. Get out of there. You know, I had seen a post. Someone said that this situation is like a love spell. It's like when you put a spell on someone and they're like, they can't get away from you. They're forced to be with you, but they don't like you. And they're saying like, that's what's going on with Justin, because he just never seems happy with her. And then when he's like out and about around the blacks, it be all 32s showing. He be living his best life. Living his best life. And then when he get back around her, it's like,
Every time we have to discuss Hailey and Justin, I sound like a broken record, because every single time there's a new incident with them, I'm like pointing back to my old videos, like, it's just more examples of what I keep saying. Justin Bieber is an unwell man who needed a caretaker and not a wife, and therefore he married the one girl who had absolutely nothing else going on with her in her life except for him. The one girl who could make her entire world revolve directly around him, because that's what he needed. He didn't need a wife, he needed a mom, he needed a caretaker. So therefore he married her. And she married him because she liked the idea of him. She didn't like who he was as a person. She liked the idea of being Mrs. Bieber. She liked the idea of being married to the pop star. How could she have known the kind of mess that she was going to sign herself up for? She didn't know, because she didn't bother to get to know him. She didn't give a shit about who he was. She thought everything that he did was amazing. Oh my God, he's so cool, because he was Justin Bieber. So essentially, you were a perfect match. A man who needed a 24-hour caretaker, and then a woman who had absolutely nothing going on in her life, and then who was obsessed with him, who's going to worship the ground that he walked on. And their marriage is currently falling apart, and the reason why is because now this woman who had absolutely nothing going on in her life suddenly has stuff going on in her life, right? Suddenly is kind of famous. Suddenly people has stuff going on that has nothing to do with him, right? Has her own money, has her own career, right? And now people are suddenly taking her seriously. Paparazzi is now following her around and taking pictures of her. She's now getting her own magazine covers. And now that she is making something of herself that has absolutely nothing to do with him, now he's sitting there like, excuse me? That's not what we agreed on. And the more successful she becomes, the more we are going to see him throw tantrums like the one that he threw today, where Hailey Bieber gets this cover of Vogue, and in his caption, he congratulates her, and then he informs the entire world that when they got into an argument, he told her that she was never going to be on the cover of Vogue. It was nasty when he said it, but it's even nastier for him to be bringing it up and informing the entire world that he said it on a day like today when it should be about her and other conversations instead about their relationship. But him saying it to her is very telling. It's like he knew she was a loser. He knew that she was a nobody. He damn knew. And then he threw it in her face when they were in an argument. Every single time we talk about their marriage, everyone's always like, oh my God, Justin Bieber hates her. Justin Bieber hates her. He hates her and he's never going to leave her. He is never, ever going to leave her. When their marriage inevitably dissolves, it's going to be because she left. Because even though he hates her, choosing to leave someone is making a choice, and that's what grown-ups do, right? That's what an adult that is unhappy in a situation would do. Would be like, you know what? There's better stuff for me out here. I'm going to get out of here. And that would require him to grow up, and he has no intention of ever doing that. He likes having a punching bag around. He likes somebody he can shit on when he feels shitty about himself. So as long as her stupid ass stays there with a smile on her face, just putting up with it, just eating his shit, just taking those punches, guess what? They will stay together. Because him making the choice to leave her would mean him putting his big boy pants on and taking some accountability and some responsibility for his own life. And he is not willing to do that. And before you start in the comments, yes, his life has been sad. Yes, he has been through some stuff, and I feel sorry about it. I do feel really bad about it. But the thing is, it does get to a point where you are not allowed to inflict kind of hurt and like emotional violence on other people simply because you're hurt. Especially not when you are someone who has resources and access to places where you can get help. And this is why I say that men's mental health is no one's concern except for men's, right? Like the responsibility of spreading information and like making sure they get help should belong solely to men and their peers and other men. Because women and children are simply just collateral for men's mental health, right? Like a woman who's in a bad place, a woman who hates herself the way that he kind of hates himself, right? Would stay single, would stay by herself. But instead, he knew that he was in a bad place. He knew that he hated where he was. He knew that he had all this trauma he had to deal with. And instead, he got married and started a family. And now he treats his family like shit. Does that seem fair to you? It is sad that life has been hard for you, but it does not make it okay for you to make life hard for every single person around you. You don't get to be emotionally abusive simply because you had a hard childhood. And then on the other side of it, you know, this case requires nuance. Like, Hailey Bieber, I don't feel that bad for you because this is what you get for being so thirsty. You were so thirsty to be his fan. You were so thirsty to be on his body. And look at what you got yourself into. And now the only thing that's left at this point is for you to gain an ounce of self-respect and stand and leave him. Because if not, the stunt that he pulled today, shitting on you publicly during the biggest moments of your career, making you feel like shit, making you feel small, embarrassing you in front of the entire world, is going to be your future for the next 30 years. He is never going to willingly stop.
Wow. Let me know what you think about this story down in the comment section. What are your thoughts so far? Do you think it's a PR stunt? Do you think that Justin genuinely does not like his wife, or he did it so that he can get more attention and eye on Hailey's cover of Vogue? So let me know your own take down in the comment section. But as always, please keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thoughts. So I know some of you guys will ask, what's that you were eating? It's yogurt. Yogurt with chocolate chips inside. It's finished. So that's what I was benching on while watching. Let me know what you were eating, if you were eating, watching, or you eat when you watch my videos. What do you normally eat? Because I got that comment a lot, like, yeah, me too. So we're together. Anyway, here's my own take on this, is that, first off, it doesn't come across like Justin Bieber ever was into Hailey Bieber. But who are we to talk? They're married, they have a kid now, but it is what it is. But seeing how he's coming here to disrespect her and downplay whatever her achievement is, especially being in Vogue, is just really telling of how he doesn't really like her. I get the other sister saying that this could be a PR and all that. But really, even if you want to do a PR for your wife cover so that we can talk about it, it shouldn't be in a negative light. You and your team could come up with something way more creative and positive that's going to share more light into her, like in a good way, not the one that makes you feel like you downplay her. And if you look at that, his message was very like, he using the word ick. I told you will never. Why am I even with somebody that will tell me that I can never achieve a dream? Like sometimes we women, we stay with people, or we are with people that don't really like us, but we overlook certain things. Because why am I having an argument with you? And one of the things you say is that a dream that I have, Whether the dream is not attainable, you have no place to tell me it, because this life is a very amazing place where your dream can come true. It just depends on how your mindset work and how you navigate this life. So who are you to tell me, your wife, that I will not attain something that I so dream of, that my heart so desire of, when you could even be the one to help me get it? I don't know if I'm making sense. So for him to come out to say he ever said anything like that to her before, so icky. And talking about another red flag I saw in that message was him talking about, I felt so disrespected. So talking about getting back at someone. Why are you people in a relationship that wants to hurt you people so bad? Why are you people in a relationship with men that wants to revenge or get back at you, like an eye for an eye, an egg for an egg? Like, why are you people in a relationship with that? Talking about, oh, now we are grown, now we realize that what we want is commitment and connection. So like, that's, for me, those are just all the red flags screaming. Like everybody has said so far, Hailey is not going to leave him. Justin is not going to leave him. I feel like, as much as we're all talking about how Justin usually talk down at her, and we've seen clips of how Justin treats her, as much as we talk about it and share more light on it and tell her, big girl, stand up, the truth is that Hailey is not going anywhere. Hailey loves her life the way it is. She's with her dream man. And Justin is with the dream woman that he can do whatever and she will still stay. But this also reflects a lot of the things when it comes to men. A lot of men will be with women that will take their BS rather than be with the woman that will stand up to them and call them on their BS. So that's the more reason Justin is not going anywhere, because he knows whatever he do, whatever he dished out for her, she will still sit down there and stay like, baby, I love you. I'm here to support you. Da, 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 da. So yeah, that's my own take on this. But I just feel like, how long will she take this disrespect? But congratulations to her, because we're all talking about it because of Justin. Or who is going to talk about Hailey cover? Maybe me, maybe. But but now it's all about, the cover is not all about her now. It's not all about Justin. And this is where I just feel like there's no way. And I know, yes, she's Hailey Bieber. She's always attached to Justin Bieber, but there's no way she's going to shine without Bieber being mentioned, or Justin Bieber be mentioned, or be part of it, which is crazy. Girl, you can do it by yourself. You are Hailey. Anyway, guys, go down and share your thoughts. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversations. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.